What's up, Compel Kids? I'm Olivia. I hope you're doing really well today. Grab a snack, sit down, and get prepared for your today's lesson about a man named Joseph.
Come on. Oh, hey, you're just in time. I'm waiting on a phone call from my coach. We had makeup tryouts yesterday, and I feel like I did pretty good. After all,
you have an excellent trainer, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, Tony, I was just about to say that. I have an excellent trainer.
And you're following God's game plan for your life.
I sure am. I've learned so much on this journey.
You sure have, shortstop. It's like my old pal, Potty Skippin' used to say.
Wait, potty skipping?
That's what I said. Did I stutter?
Don't you mean Scottie Pippen of the world champion Chicago Bulls?
No, I'm talking about Potty Skippin'. He's the guy that would clean the basketballs for my team that I played on in middle school. Anyway, it's like Potty used to say, you can't trust a porcupine to weave his own basket.
And what exactly was that supposed to mean?
I have no idea, but I always thought it sounded funny. Forget about it.
Gladly.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's the coach. What am I supposed to do?
You answer the phone. Hello?
Oh, yeah. Hello? Oh, hey, coach. Yeah? You're kidding. Yeah, I understand. Okay, bye.
Well, don't just stand there. What did he say?
Well, he said that there was a major mix-up with the video. You see, the coach recorded a video to show all the assistant coaches to show them our skills and evaluate us to see if we were ready to make the team.
Yeah, so
The coach said the video of me got corrupted, so he wasn't able to show any of the assistant coaches how I did.
Well, what does that mean?
I'll tell you what that means. It means they have nothing to evaluate my skills. There's no way I'm gonna make the team now.
Now just hold on. God can still turn this thing around.
Turn this around? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. After all, God did make us a promise in Romans 8:28.
What promise is that?
And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose for them.
How in the world can this work together for my good? This is terrible. The video is totally corrupted. It's over for me, Tony.
Yeah, well, I bet people thought it was over for Joseph, too.
Who's Joseph? Is it another one of your basketball buddies?
No, Joseph in the Bible. The kids are going to learn all about in their lesson today how Joseph went through some horrible things in his life. It looked like things were going to be over, but God turned it all around for his good.
Really? Well, I sure would like to hear about that.
You will, and so will the kids. Never count God out. He can turn things around. You just got to trust in His promises.
Okay, I will.
That's what I like to hear. Now, another funny thing that Potty Skipper used to say is sometimes he would take his toothbrush and put it in his ears because it makes his toenails vibrate.
All right, buddy, let me have it. Come on, I'm lazy and going nowhere.
Hello, Megan, you sweat. What is wrong? This is not the gal we all know and love.
I'm bad. I'm rotten, useless.
Okay, first, no, you are none of those things. Second, what's wrong?
My alarm didn't go off. I missed teaching my 4 a.m. workout class.
We're gonna do some jazzercise that'll keep you fit and smiling, sugar. Swing that arm. There you go. Smile, for heaven's sake. Yeah. You ready? Now find that beat. There it is. Oh, yeah. That's good.
When I finally woke up at 8 a.m., all the fruit and oatmeal was gone. So I had donuts for breakfast.
Oh, well, sounds like your day got off to a bad start. Well, for you, sounds awesome for me.
Bad doesn't even begin to describe it, okay? I mean, I don't work out or eat healthy anymore. Who am I? No one can help me now. I'm a lost cause, a bad apple. Bad one.
Look at you thinking about fruit. Listen, we all have our bad moments. You should listen on today's lesson to hear how God can turn it around.
I'm listening.
Bad things happen to everyone, but God is in control, and He can use those bad things for your good.
Like when my friend Melissa accidentally spilled chocolate in her milk and created the best tasting brown milk I've ever had. Like, ever!
You think your friend created chocolate milk? Wait, never mind. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that you don't let the bad stuff get you down, because God can turn it around.
Oh, okay. I think I see what you mean. Those last 7 donuts have given me some super energy that I can use to my benefit in training for my match next Tuesday.
Ooh. Whoa, careful there. I know from experience donut energy doesn't last very long, so you may want to eat some fruit and nuts as well.
You are not wrong.
So will you listen to today's lesson?
Definitely. I think the sugar spike and the crash have caused me to see and hear everything in slow motion. Well, that's not a side effect I'm aware of a person having from donuts. Well, would it make a difference if I told you I ate 1 dozen donuts?
1 dozen? That's 12 donuts!
And 1 dozen chocolate donuts. My tummy hurts.
Megan, that's 24 donuts! That's way too many for just one person! This is bad!
Ugh, you're so right. I've gotta go. Bye.
I hope you feel better soon. Okay, kids, let this be a lesson to of us all. No more than 2 donuts at a time, and definitely never 24.
Today's Bible story is about a guy who definitely had a tough life. His name was Joseph. Joseph was the favorite son of his father, Isaac, and Joseph's brother did not appreciate it. Joseph's brother were so angry at him that they ended up selling him as a slave to some passing traders. Joseph went through a lot over the next few years. He ended up being accused of something he didn't do, then spent time in prison. To make a long story short, God used Joseph in a powerful way, and he ended up being placed as second in command of the entire country of Egypt. Joseph ended up reconnecting with his brothers and father much later, and then they came to live with him in Egypt. Eventually, their father died. After he was buried, Joseph's brothers began to get worried. They were convinced that Joseph was still mad at them for everything they had done to him when he was young. They believed that Joseph was going to try to take revenge on them for selling him into slavery and mistreating him. The brothers told Joseph, "Please forgive us for what we did to you. We will be your slaves if you want. Just don't kill us." Joseph cried when he heard this. He was so sad that they couldn't see that he was not that kind of person. At that moment, Joseph said something amazing to them. Joseph said, "Don't be afraid of me. Am I God to judge and punish you? As far as I am concerned, you intended to harm me, but God intended it all for good. He brought me to the high position I have today so I could save the lives of many people." The brothers couldn't believe what they heard. Not only did Joseph not want to harm them, but Joseph believed that God had actually allowed them all these bad things to happen in his life so that God could use them to bring about good for Joseph and his family. That wasn't all Joseph said to them. Joseph told the brothers, "I will take care of you and your children from this day forward." Wow, what an incredible attitude. Joseph believed that God could use us even in the worst situations in his life to bring about great things for him and his family. That's exactly what God did.
Why, hello everyone! My name is Ruby Tiste, but nobody goes by Ruby anymore, so you can just call me Tiste. Now, I'm just working on my newest painting here, but I think I'm going to take a break. So, why don't you help me with today's power verse? See, the problem is I sleepwalk at night, and last night I was painting today's power verse, and I started using pictures instead of words. So now I need you to help me figure out what it's supposed to say. Let's take a look at it. And we scold. Mean person. Why is that person saying no? Oh, no. That God causes everything to desk? Businessman? No? Well, what is that person doing? They're working on something. Work together for the good of those who heart. No, that's not it. Well, boys and girls, what could that word be? Ah, yes, love, God, and we know this one. Called according to his dolphin. No, that's right, purpose for them. Romans 8:28. That's it! Great job, boys and girls. Now, let's make sure that we don't forget it. So everyone stand up and say it with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. Romans 8:28. Great job, everyone! You can all have a seat. Now, would you like to see what I've been painting today? Let me warn you, though. It makes me a little bit emotional, and it might make you emotional too, so get ready, get your handkerchiefs out, ready to dab your tears, because it's quite touching. See, it's a flower in the desert. Let me show you. We'll all take a moment of silence. I'm sorry. It's just so powerful. You are going to be okay, little flower. Even if all of your petals are down on the ground, you can get back up. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you all so much for your help today. I'll see you later, boys and girls. Bye-bye.
You know I gotta tell you what you gotta know. Tell you what you gotta know. You know I gotta tell you what you gotta know. Tell you what you gotta know.
Hey kids, it's me, Callie from the Valley, and I'm here to tell you what you gotta know. Today, we're talking about how God can turn grody situations into good ones. So every time today somebody asks you what you gotta know, you tell them. God can use the bad for good. Bad things happen to all of us. You can probably relate to these. When your bangs just won't get high enough, or when you're at the mall and the mall cop is you can't roller skate in here, and you have to walk. Or when your cassette tapes get totally jammed in your Walkman and you can't listen to your favorite song. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, well, whatever. Those are totally awful situations. But the point is, God can turn any bad situation into good. He can turn the beat. He can turn things around for you. So every time today somebody asks you what you gotta know, you tell them. God can use the bad for good. And that is what you gotta know. I'm Callie from the Valley saying TTYL.
How many of you have ever had something bad happen to you? How many of you have ever had something bad happen to someone you love? Yeah, how many of you have ever known something bad to happen to someone who was a strong Christian? That's right, many people get confused as to why God would allow bad things to happen to good Christian people. They assume that when someone's a Christian, things are supposed to be perfect for them. But that's not the way life is. Even Jesus had difficulties in his life. Bad things do happen to good people sometimes. It was no different for Joseph. He had some pretty terrible things happen to him. We looked at his life today. There were so many bad things that happened to him, we couldn't even cover all of them in our Bible story. So let's see if we can list some of the bad things that happened to Joseph in his life. First, his brothers hated him because he was their dad's favorite. Nobody believed his dreams. He was sold into slavery by his brothers, tempted by Potiphar's wife. He was accused of something he didn't do, and even put in prison and forgotten by Pharaoh's cupbearer. But even though he went through so many bad things, Joseph never lost faith in God. He never stopped believing that God was at work in his life. Remember what Joseph said in our Bible story today? He told his brothers, "As far as I am concerned, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. He brought me to the high position I have today so I could save the lives of many people." How could Joseph think this way? How could he look at all the bad things that had happened in his life and still have faith that God was working behind the scenes? It's because Joseph realized bad things happen. Bad things happen in life. We get hurt, people let us down, we lose friends, people get sick. Bad things are just a part of life. Jesus told us in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trouble." It's not a maybe, you will have trouble. Bad things will happen. They happened to Joseph, and they will happen to you too. The key is to remember, God is in control. Joseph didn't freak out when he was sold into slavery. He knew God was in control. Joseph didn't go crazy when he was put in prison for something he didn't do. He knew that God was in control. Joseph knew that although it seemed on the outside like things were going terribly, behind the scenes God was working to make everything come together for his awesome game plan. If Joseph had never been sold into slavery and thrown into prison, he never would have been able to interpret the dream for Pharaoh and become the ruler of the land. Never forget, God can take the bad and use it for good. God has a way of taking the things that others meant for evil and making them work out for the good of those who love him. And that's what our power verse says. That's what we need to understand. When someone close to you gets sick, believe that God can use that bad thing to bring about something good. When one of your parents loses their job, believe that God can use that bad thing to bring about something good. He may have even a better job waiting for them. God can use the bad for good. You might be wondering, would God really let something bad happen to someone just so his plan could be accomplished? Would God do that? In fact, he would. How do I know? Because he did it with his son, Jesus. God allowed Jesus to be beaten and nailed to a cross so that his plan of salvation could be brought about for you and for me. God can take what seems bad and use it to bring about something amazing and good. We have to remember that he is in control and we can trust him no matter what. Let's pray. Father, I thank you so much that you take the bad things in our lives and you turn them around and work them out for our good. God, I pray that you would help those who are listening today to trust you no matter what happens, knowing that you are in control and you are working things out for them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Alrighty, guys, it's your favorite time of day. You know what time it is?
It's the brain drain, the brain in the drain. You get a drain and you put a brain in it. Brain drain.
Wow, alrighty.
I made that up on the spot.
I think we got ourselves a theme song!
I want sirens. Here.
Ooh.
Here.
And lights.
Here. And lights. Yeah, lights.
Like purple, blue.
Put it in a drain and you put a brain. It's the brain drain.
Wow, make that happen.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, let's get into it. Question number 1 is what was today's What You Gotta Know?
What you gotta know? What was it, Elise? Were you paying attention?
I was paying attention. Do you guys know it? Ready? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3.
God can use the bad for good. The bad for the good. All right, kids. It's a true or false question. All right. All right, Elise. If it's true, you gotta raise your left hand. If you think it's false, you gotta raise your right hand. Okay. Perfect. All right. So here's a question. Joseph, is this true or false? Joseph never had anything bad happen to him. Nothing bad ever happened to him. I forgot. Let me see if that was true or false.
False!
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're correct.
Yes!
Oh, good job, Elise. I totally forgot.
I think I forgot too, but my answer was false.
I've just been thinking about my cool theme song that I did earlier.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Thank you.
All right, next question. What happened to Joseph's father in today's Bible story?
Oh, this one was a little sad. Yeah, he passed away. He died.
Yeah, he did.
Sad face. All right, next question. What did Joseph's brothers offer Joseph after their father died? What did Joseph's brother offer Joseph after their father died? What did they do? What did they offer?
Like a bouquet of flowers
Bought some
that you
flowers.
bring to someone, or a basket of mini muffins.
Please, when I pass away, bring me a basket of mini muffins.
When you pass away?
Yes,
Just like leave it on your grave.
please do.
Thousands of mini muffins.
The funfetti type, please.
That's a cupcake, not a muffin.
No, funfetti muffin.
Anyways.
We'll discuss this later. All right, I think. Well, what they did, they said we will become your slaves.
Oh.
Yeah, they were serious. 'Cause
I mean,
they messed
could have
up.
been like mini muffin slaves.
They spend the rest of their existence making mini muffins.
Mm-hmm.
What a life.
What a life.
Basically, what the Keebler elves do.
Mr. Keebler?
Yes, sir?
Plot twist.
Plot twist. Wow.
All right, next question. Did Joseph punish his brothers? Did he punish them when they were slaves?
Yes, he did. He said, "You are my slaves."
Ooh,
He said, "I owe
that was
you."
incorrect. Joseph didn't punish them.
Wow.
I bet you guys
What
did
a
that
good
one.
man. What a good guy.
Yeah, he didn't punish
Yeah,
them.
no, he did not. All right, next question. What did Joseph promise to do to his brothers and their families? What did he say instead? Hey, you don't gotta be the slaves no more. But instead, he's gonna do what?
I'm gonna make you mini muffins now.
What would you like for breakfast, Johnny? Muffins! That's right. At Cunningham Muffins, we know that muffins make the best breakfast. So why not try all of our exciting new flavors? Raspberry, cranberry, apples, cinnamon, pecan, pumpkin, nut, date nut, lemon poppy seed muffin, banana.
Ow. You really got mini muffins on your mind right now. I don't know.
I don't know what mini muffins are on my mind.
What?
I don't know.
Are there just like in your mind? I just don't.
It's just mini muffins floating around like
no,
in space.
no. I just imagine like a bunch of mini muffins, like with hands and legs, and they're just like running around in your head right now.
Or it's like that scene in SpongeBob.
Yeah, so they're all
where
loading
SpongeBob
SpongeBobs.
has a bunch of SpongeBobs in
Yes.
his head, like going to filing cabinets.
Yes.
Mine are me. So just picture this. Put the image on the screen. A mini muffin with my hair and a little T-shirt.
Yes, that's exactly
what goes on in my
Anyway,
mind.
we've gotten far from this. All right, what
Yeah.
did Joseph promise to do to his brothers and their families? He promised to take care of them.
Oh.
Yeah, he said,
okay.
I'm going to take care of them. So,
Okay.
next question.
Makes sense. According to our lesson today, bad things
Like, they never happen.
never happen.
Nothing bad happens to me ever. Except for that one time.
Oh.
Yeah.
At one time.
Yeah, when I was picture day, I got a pimple right here.
Oh.
That was bad.
Thought you were talking about that time you did a speech in front of your class.
And I peed my pants. That happened.
Well, that's not right. The answer is bad things happen.
You're right.
It
They
just
do.
happens.
Yeah, sometimes you just pee yourself. All right, next question.
Sometimes.
According to our lesson today, remember that blank is in control. And muffins is not the answer.
I wasn't gonna say muffins. I was saying mini muffin makers.
Mini muffin makers.
Mini muffin makers is in control.
Mini muffin movie makers. There are many muffins that make movies, so mini muffin movie makers. No, they're not the ones that are in control. Remember that. Who is in control, guys? Say it with me. Scream it out loud with me. Say, remember that. God is in control. God
So
is
good.
in control.
That's a good reminder. All right, according to our lesson today, God can take the bad and use it for
Making cookies.
no.
Yeah, he takes the bad and he makes it into cookies.
But then if he took the bad, the cookies wouldn't taste good.
You don't know that.
Oh, I said the answer. I said tastes good, and the answer's good. God can take the bad and use it for
Good. All right, guys. Last question for today. Where was today's power verse found? All right, stand up, everyone. Come on,
tiptoes.
Up on your feet. Tip your
Tiptoes.
toes on the top of your little tappy tiptoes. All right. Where was today's power verse found? Shout it out with me. It was. Romans 8:28. All right, boys and girls, it was so much fun hanging out here with you guys. We will see you next week.
Bye.
In 3. All right, focus. We're at this.
Ah, okay.